What's up, everybody, and good morning. So, here in Last Cloudia, it appears that Lily is on her way to us. The reskinned Advocate of God, Lily. So, this is the news. I've been hearing about this for a couple of days now. I didn't want to say anything until it was actually confirmed. Let's talk about this. This is a little bit strange, right? Because we're skipping over a lot of characters that actually need a power boost to be relevant in this game. And we're going straight to Lily, who's already just like a top tier mage and is some serious narnar, especially when it comes to light or dark damage. And we're going to reskin her and give her a power boost when we have other characters that are just like riding the bench hardcore. We got characters that have been riding the bench that can't even keep up with the original Lily, and we're coming out with God Lily. So that's kind of how I feel about that. The balance of power is a little bit off, I feel, with this one. I was very surprised to actually hear that it was going to be Lily that we're getting next. And then I decided to wait and see if they actually confirmed it. Obviously, this is them confirming it. So Dashman already put up a video of her over on the other side using Google Translate to kind of go over her skills and stuff, what she has. So big surprise, she's going to get quite a large boost to light and dark. Big surprise, right? She's also featured with a brand new UR arc. This thing is pretty potent for a mage. It's going to increase light and dark, I do believe. None of this is in stone because most of it was from Google Translate, so who knows how accurate it is. But we get the general gist of things here. We get a new UR arc that is for light and dark mages. Some very potent stuff. It's got like light boost and dark boost on it. It is a UR arc. It's going to be very hard to get. And the big question is right now, can you even have this Lily up to full power without this arc for her? And it's kind of looking like no. This arc is going to be best in slot for her. You pretty much absolutely need it. So it's kind of like one of these things where I'm looking over this and I'm like, okay, if I make a half-ass effort and maybe I pull the character, is she really going to stack up with other characters that I already have that I kind of have a complete kit for? Because I kind of feel like if I don't pull this girl and the arc with her, she will never see, her true potential. Am I wasting my time? I don't know, but I will give them credit on this. Lily's sprite looks absolutely phenomenal. She's just wicked. She's got some kind of scythe thing made out of like a spinal cord. It just looks cool. She's got these little wings. Just overall an amazing looking sprite. Who would have thought that Lily is a goddess? I didn't see that coming. I am actually very curious to see what kind of story they're going to put out for her. Because I've always kind of been wondering about Lily, why she serves Roland, what her agenda is. She seems like a very mischievous little god type thing. I don't know, obviously, she's Advocate of God, Lily. So, I guess maybe she's not a god herself and she just represents one. It would be pretty cool to know more about all of that. I'm going to be totally digging the flavor text here. But still, this is another limited hero, with a UR arc on top of that. After we just got done with Ray in his UR arc, if you guys are going to be coming out with them at this rate, can we get like a boost? Can we get a boost to the actual pull rate? Because it just kind of seems a little ridiculous to expect people to pull these things back to back when there's really no boost on the UR arc. right? You're rolling for that 1% chance, and as many people have noted with this last banner, most of the time when you see that orb turn green, you're probably getting a dupe of another UR arc you already have. This is just something that I've gotten many complaints about. I got double burned this last banner myself. I had to pull 3 green orbs before one of them was actually something that I didn't already have. So it's becoming incredibly difficult to pull these new UR arcs. That's why I've been saying Last Cloudia needs to give us a chance to just grind one of these things out, even if it's one of the older ones, right? So, yeah, here's Lily. Here's the good and the bad. Like I said, she looks absolutely amazing. Would love to have the character just to kind of, look at her. She does look wicked. She makes a great background. So I do have to say, I got to give them props on the sprite already. And, as far as this art goes and doing light and dark damage, I'm sure she can just do some crazy narnar. But if you have Monster Yoda, right, even if you have the other form of Lily that's not, the Godly Awakened version, I think you're still doing pretty damn good, right? If you have Monster Yoda, you can pretty much cover any element you want. Yeah, you're not going to get to double the hits of your magic spell, and do 60% of your damage and double the hits. But Yoda also has just an absolutely awesome Apocalypse spell, right? And it's non-elemental, and you can stack crit on it, and you can just get just a huge number of damage out of that. So I don't know how groundbreaking Lily's going to be, because we are stacking her up against some pretty qualified mages this far into the meta, right? She is limited to light and dark. That's what she's going to be doing. Monster Yoda kind of isn't really, he's not going to get a huge boost to light and dark, but he's going to be able to cover all the elements, and he's going to be able to do non-elemental damage, and just boatloads of it, right? So for her to overcome that, they'd have to really give this girl a lot, and I'm sure she can, but you probably have to have this UR arc for her. So, I don't think I'm going to be holding my breath on this one. I'll do a couple pulls here and there. It'd be cool just to get the character to look at. But I know this UR arc is not coming my way. And really, I'm not in a position to even work on Lily right now because I have so much stuff going on. Granted, this is the upgraded version of her, so maybe I would have more incentive to work on her. She does look cool. And I will say this. I did check out her skill kit from the demo vid that Dashman put up. Her skill kit looks awesome to me. I'm not even going to lie. You got to give him props where it's due. Her skill kit looks pretty badass. I'm seeing like high hit combos, good crowd control. She's just wrecking things with her skills. Yeah, and her S4 looked pretty gnarly as well. So this is what's to come in Last Cloudia. This is what we're getting next. Like I said, surprise to me, because we have plenty of characters that actually need a power boost to even be relevant. But we're going straight to Lily. And you know what? Let's see if they... There's a couple things I wanted to check. First and foremost, did they do anything about these hero credentials? I'm sorry. The Hero Metal 3s. Did they change anything? Can we... No! No! Man, they are still on this bullshit. Yes, it's unavailable because the Arc Ether is on 100%. Here's the thing, guys. I haven't really said anything about this. I've just been quiet about it and just kind of waiting to see what they do about it, because Adis always makes these claims that they listen to their players and stuff like that. Clearly they don't. I know they were made aware of the fact that, this is some BS and it doesn't look good on them to be doing things like this. Pretty much, this whole problem could have been solved if right here in the shop there was a little asterisk, or if in this ARC tab underneath it said not applicable 100% arc ether. You know, if it said something to actually give you an idea that you cannot get this thing. Because I had a lot of people get a hold of me and be like, thank you for telling me that. Like, I was at 300 of these medals, and I was going to justify putting another $300 into this game because I knew I was going to get that arc at the end. And that was helping me justify, you know, throwing part of my check at it this week. Now that I know that I can't get that, I'm not going to do that. So I did save some people hundreds of dollars, which is cool. That's good to know. That's literally part of the reason why I make these vids. Gacha games can be a very slippery slope, right? I'm sure Adis wasn't too happy with the vid I made, but I had a good point, guys. I started the vid by saying, look, I just went through all of the mail. I just went through everything. And maybe I was blinded by a little bit of anger, but I couldn't find anything that, you know, said that we could not get this arc if we already had the arc ether at 100%. So that's how I started the video. Right now, typically, if I ask for something on a video, I will get a response within 5 to 20 minutes. I'll probably get a few of them. Right? I can ask you guys right now, how does this certain item work? Or how does this bow work? Or does this stack with this? And after a couple hundred people watch the vid, I will get a few answers, lickety-split. Right? It's worked every time. It's part of the reason why, you know, I have this channel, is to not only help others, but to help myself too. I'm not even going to lie about it. Right? So when I posted that vid and I started it by saying, hey, does anybody see anything? Right? It took over 30 hours for somebody to get back to me and say, oh yeah, paragraph 32, subparagraph 6 of letter 48, it does say something in here about this. And this person that got back to me was Olixo. So props to you. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing all that work just to dig that up. So here's what I know. That out of everybody that watched that vid and out of everybody that plays, only Elixo was able to find this little paragraph where they had this bullcrap hidden. Nobody else knew about it. Alright, it's not like I had a few people like, oh yeah, it's in the news, I saw something about it. No, it took 30 hours, which is suspect right there. Because how do I know Adis didn't just add something to the newsletter the next day, right? Who knows? I don't know, but I looked over everything. I couldn't find anything. We have like 1,000 letters in the mail, right? And there's just paragraph upon paragraph. So it's not fair to kind of use tactics like this. Well, yeah, you guys were told about it. It's in paragraph 32, subparagraph C of letter 48. That is just complete and utter BS, man. That makes Adis look bad. And they have to know that. They have to know that because I'm telling them right now. You guys have to know that that makes you look bad. That the fact that only one person managed to actually find this crap in our newsletter. And Elixo, from my correspondence with Elixo, he is an intellectual. Okay, I do know that. So it took a smart person to go through all of your letters and to find paragraph 32, subparagraph C, or whatever the hell it was, where you guys kind of snuck this in there, where, you know, even if you spend $1,000, you're not going to get this arc if it's at 100%. Again, there's really no reason to do this, but just to piss off your most dedicated players. So I don't know why this hasn't been changed. I don't know why they're not doing anything about this. It's absolutely ridiculous. The whole point I'm making is all of this could have been avoided if they would have just simply put something here. Something, an asterisk, something to notify you that, hey, there's more going on here than meets the eye. You better go read the newsletter and see if there's any information on this. Because now here's the problem. Here's my problem now with Last Cloudia. Anytime we have a hero medal system pop up, anytime we have some sort of pity system pop up where they're advertising some awesome thing that I can unlock, can I really take it seriously? Can I? Right? Or when I see something in the pity store now, does that mean, oh man, I better go read through 58 paragraphs of bullshit to see if I'm excluded from this or not before I spend a fortune trying to, you know, get something that I'm not allowed to get. So that is my whole issue with this. A little asterisk, something simple, a few words could have solved all of this. Instead, they're using like these cowardly marketing tactics that really, really, I mean, that's going to make anybody look bad. It's going to make anybody look bad. It's going to make any player that goes through this shit feel like they have egg on their face. And nobody likes having egg on their face, Adis. So that's what I'm going to say about that. They didn't fix this. I'm going to wait till the last day. And I guess I'm going to spend my small fortune on Ethereum if I have to. That is just really, really sad. On the upside, though, I was told that I did help a lot of people. Like, a lot of people individually reached out to me and told me, thank you for shining light on that. I'm not spending any more. You know, I thought it was $100 away from, you know, a lot of people sent me a message saying, Gray, I have 480 points now to do nothing with. So at least I got to help some people here and there, right? So that's kind of the last thing I'm going to say about that, but it just really makes me suspect about every single pity system that they have here. Because what's to stop them from doing this with anything else that they have here? All right, it's not like they're going to tell us. You're going to have to find out by, you know, reading 25,000 paragraphs of crap that you don't care about. So it's unfortunate they're going down this road, and it seems like they're sticking to their guns, no matter how limp they are. This is just what they're doing. I guess I'm just going to give them more time and wait. So we have Lily coming out next, and I'm going to be paying close attention to what is on Lily's, what's on her pity banner or whatever. You know, are we even going to be able to get that stuff? Is there going to be another newsletter that comes out with 58 paragraphs to hide some sneaky shit that they're trying to pull to get people to spend more money and not get what's promised to them at the end of the road? I don't know. And this is kind of a problem now. So I would actually like to see them address this. I would like to see them, like I said, put an asterisk here. Something, a little exclamation point, a golden freaking star. Something to let me know that, hey, I better look into this and I better read into this before I accumulate 500 of these resources to get something that I'm not going to be able to get, right? That's really all I want. Like I said, a few simple words in here could have changed all this. And not just for me, for a lot of other people too. It shouldn't take an intellectual individual 30 hours to get back to me to tell me that there's something hidden in the 58th paragraph of letter 42. And like I said, it was one person that found this. Now, it's not like we have millions of viewers at this channel, but out of the hundreds of people that looked at it, like right there on the spot, one person was able to get back to me 30 hours later and tell me that, you know, technically, I guess this isn't false advertisement, even though it is. It is false advertisement, depending on where you live in the world. If you go above and beyond in order to hide something in a contract, and it like, you're specifically hiding things, depending on where you're at, and the judge that interprets it, you could very well be wrong. But we're talking about a gotcha game. That's overseas. I would like to send them the message that we don't appreciate this. Either just cut it out or just make it fair. Put a little asterisk in here. That's all I'm going to say about that. And now I guess we're going to wait for Lily, and we're going to wait for Lily's hero credentials, and we're going to see if we can get anything with that. But I will put Dashman's video up on the Last Cloudia playlist, so anybody that is curious about what this new Lily, this God Lily looks like, you can watch that vid. Make sure to give the guy some props. He makes a lot of good content. Dashman is just always making good stuff. And I did tell him that I was going to be jacking a few of his vids and putting them on the playlist to help the masses, and he was all for that. So that is awesome. Anything that helps me, you know, try to help other people in this game, you know, especially if it's some content that I don't even have time to get to. Stuff like that really helps, right? So I will be going through and putting that to the playlist. You guys can check that out, and it's a pretty good overview of Lily. You know, it actually shows her skills. It shows, you know, what she can do. Her S4 looks great, right? And then it also shows, what is it? It shows some of the things translated. He translates it with Google Translate. So, you know, you got to take all that with a grain of salt. You don't know exactly how well that translation plays out, or they could completely change it. But it's still worth having a look, right? It's still worth just to see how this girl runs, how her skills look. It's pretty cool. It is. Didn't really get too much information on the arc. He does go over like the abilities that are on it. A lot of light and dark boost. Big surprise. So you guys definitely check that out and support Dashman. He is always running like some high-end content stuff. I constantly go check out the stuff that he's got going on just because he's always running that high power play. So on that note, everybody have an awesome morning, right? And better take a trip down to the bank to see if you can even afford Lily this time around. Because she will be dropping soon, and Last Cloudia is going to want you to dig deep. So like I said, maybe really look around in your account, see what you got going on, see what you are working on. Can you even fit a character like Lily in right now? And, you know, are you willing to get a character who's going to be stuck at like 70% of her full power if you don't have the arc for her? Because unfortunately, I don't want to talk about this too much until I can really confirm it. Unfortunately, she's not going to be anywhere near best in slot unless you can get that arc for her. That is why they're dropping the arc on her banner. I would have to say, from the limited information that I have right now, Lily's UR arc is more important to her than Ray's UR arc is to him, right? Ray, even without his UR arc, is still a monster. That's just the way it is. Lily's still going to be a badass, but to really get her best in slot, to have her compete with the other mages that we have in the game decked out right now, like Monster Yoda, I do slightly feel that you are going to need to get the UR arc for her. It's kind of unfortunate, but hey, if you don't have a mage at all, rejoice. This is a great time for you, right? You can pull on a banner, and hopefully you can pull one of the best mages in the game. That's undoubtable. She's going to be one of the best mages in the game. She still is, right? Even right now, her old form is still very powerful. People still run her. She's awesome, right? So you have a chance to get a mage like that, and if you get super lucky, one of those orbs might just turn green, or some people like to say they turn aqua blue, and you could get this gnarly-ass UR arc. Which is really, really made for her, or somebody that's going to cast light or dark. So, yeah, anybody that doesn't have a mage or just started playing, rejoice. There's an awesome banner coming for you to pull, a hardcore magic DPS character that's got great character design, an amazing sprite, a scythe made out of a... well, I don't even... It looks like it's made out of a spinal cord. That's all I remember. It just looked really cool. So that's where we're at, everybody, right now. We're all just like counting down to Lily Day, and I'll keep you guys posted. We'll have to see how this actually plays out, where the power levels really are. And again, this is all I can really say about this right now until we actually see this girl in action and see exactly how much power her UR arc adds to her. Another thing that I was made privy to, apparently Lily does lose one of her abilities to come back to life. So they might have tried to balance her a little bit, give her more power, but make her more of a glass cannon. And again, I can't confirm this yet or not. I'd actually really want to look at the character, but I was told that they potentially took out one of her... I don't remember if Lily had decoy, but she had something that would let her come back to life at least once. So I don't know if she still has that anymore. And we're going to have to see how well they balance her out. But I can tell you right now, I absolutely love her sprite. and the character itself just looks effing amazing. And I, for one, cannot wait to see what kind of story they put her into and just kind of give us a gist of really what the hell is Lily doing there? What is she trying to accomplish? Why is she aiding and abetting Roland? Right? I mean, I get that he's a prince and he built her a laboratory. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that I would really like to know about Lily and what she's doing there. So I am kind of excited for that, and I hope you are too, because that's what we're going to get, boys and girls. So everybody have an awesome day, and I will talk at you all soon. And best of luck to everybody out there.